Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the Kampfpanzer 70. This is a Tier 9 German collector heavy, and it's easily one of my favorite Tier 9s in the game. This tank has simply gotten better and better throughout the years. And what do I mean by that? Well, when the Kampfpanzer was first introduced into the game, it was pretty inaccurate, and it didn't really have much going for it apart from a high alpha. But over the years, Wargaming has buffed its mobility, they've buffed its accuracy, they've buffed its penetration, they've literally buffed everything on this tank. And in the latest update, it got another buff. Because Calibrated got better, so this tank now has 350 millimeters of heat pen, but also the biggest buff is that Refined Gun got a huge change. And now, driving this vehicle with a 150 millimeter armament has less than 0.3 dispersion. This is the same base dispersion as a Vickers Light, and it's close to that of a Leopard 1, on a vehicle with 560 damage per shot. Not only does this tank have a very beefy alpha, but it also features 7 degrees of gun depression, a top speed of 40, a fantastic power to weight, and even pretty solid armor. The Kampfpanzer 70 is the jack of all trades, which is weird because it's a high alpha tank. Normally, high alpha vehicles trade in some category. Like you look at the BZ-75, and I actually think the BZ is one of the more versatile high alpha vehicles, but there are still some downsides. Its accuracy, really bad. It has no premium ammo, which kinda sucks, and the vehicle's turret armor for the tier that it sits at is honestly worse than the Kampfpanzer's at tier 9. And you take a look at a vehicle, let's say like the 60 TP. Well, the 60's got mobility, it's got really good armor, it's got solid gun depression, but it has one big downside, and that is the accuracy. It has literally terrible accuracy. So you look at every high alpha tank, and there's always some sort of downside going for them. A lot of people always try to say damage per minute, but that's really not the case. I mean, sure, does an E100 have less DPM than a vehicle, let's say like, I don't know, a Leopard? Yeah, obviously. But does that mean it has bad DPM? No, because you have to remember that higher alpha vehicles have a shell stored in their vehicle to begin with. So let's say you are in an E100 and you have 2,200 base DPM. Well, you're shooting whatever you're aiming at for 680 before your DPM even gets added together. So you technically have 2,200 DPM plus the 680 damage shot you fired. Now, obviously, that's the same case for a Leopard. You add on 360 to whatever its base DPM is. But you still have to remember that at the end of the day, you are going to be dealing a lot of damage in an E100. You have close to 3,000 DPM because of the way the gun still works. Now, we've just absolutely nuked the 121, and that's a great example of seeing how accurate this tank is. It is crazy accurate when you aim this thing in. It's actually a little bit scary what it's able to do. Now, somehow we are already down an E75, which is honestly a bit surprising. We're going to make our way to the side of the IS-7, and we're just going to load a gold shell. There you go. 450 damaging shot. Not too bad. The Rhino gets 2 shells into the IS-7. Looks like our Rhino is going to step into the base cap, which is actually fine with me. We're going to aim it on the IS-7 very briefly, and here we go. Let's just load another heat shell. There you have it. Pretty good stuff. Now we back up. So we've already done 1,500 damage. The problem is, looks like my, well, my 113 is not doing amazing. Let's hope that the Rhino helps out here, because obviously I can only do so much. Alright, we're going to aim it on the Yo, and we're going to get a nice, HE pen. That's probably what bled out our WZ. The fact that they have a grill, it would appear. Not a grill, but a Hovri camping in the back. That is obviously a big, big threat. Alright, well, let's reload again. There you go. Hovri shoots my teammate. Made sure that he at least wouldn't hit me. We get the clear into the Yo. But, uh-oh, this is looking pretty dang bad. Our team is obviously not doing very well right now. The Rhino is going to get behind the Conway, which is obviously pretty important, but, well, still something that's going to have to be quite careful. The Yag is going to push the Conway as well. Oh boy, we're going to have to see how this ends up working. Alright, let's aim it on the Conway, and here we go. Bonk. Okay, we got a 501 roll. That's obviously pretty good. This is still winnable. I mean, this is definitely a winnable game. With the Rhino getting a shell out there, this is looking pretty solid, actually. We're going to aim it on the grill. I'm going to see if I can bait a shell from him, and hope that our Rhino is able to push up here and get some damage out as well. The Yag is still alive, and I think right now... Oh, but the Yag misses the shot. That's really bad. Alright, well, okay, good. The Rhino gets the clear onto that player, which is obviously quite huge. Grill is waiting over here, and I actually think I might have cover from the grill if I poke this. Let's see. Come on, Grill. What are you going to do, buddy boy? Well, I know for a fact the Grill's not going to poke this Yag. And we're up on base cap, which means that at this point, you're actually in quite a solid situation. We're going to go wide. I thought we were going to lose this, but we actually brought this back quite a bit to the point where this is looking to be a pretty solid win. And, yeah, there's really just no way we lose this at this point in time. We get a nice shell into the enemy, and the Yag also absolutely nuked the Grill, which is pretty dang solid. So we're just going to reload. I'm going to try and get one more shell out before we win this game. If we get high rolled by the Hori, then whatever, I was meant to die. There you go. Nice shot. And we didn't get high rolled. And there you go. 1,000 on the base cap. So, easy win. I mean, yeah, would we have lost if base cap wasn't there? Probably, because that Grill would have rolled around the corner and killed me. But I don't think it would have been too much of a big deal, because we did win on base cap. 4,600 damage dealt. Top on the team, obviously. Yeah, I mean, that's the Kampfpanzer. It's just such a capable tank. Its gun is stupid accurate. And you saw that. I mean, we didn't miss anything. And when you pair that accuracy with the fact that this thing has 560 damage per shot, the fact that it has decent armor, the fact that it has fantastic mobility, I mean, this is literally a do-it-all heavy. I can tell you for a fact that this is one of the best tanks for you to get in the game. And judging that it's a tier 9, it's a great way to kind of explore why tier 9 is a lot of skilled players' favorite tier. I love tier 9, mainly down to the fact that when you fight tier 8s, it's an absolute bully fest. And even when you fight tier 10s, you still have a pretty solid standing for what your tank can do. So we are going to make our way right over here to this position. I like the spot. It's a pretty good one. We spotted the enemy Hori. Obviously, that's something that I'm going to have to be a little cautious about. Oh, spotted the 113. Didn't think he was going to be there. And he actually went right through our turret, which is a little annoying, but oh well. The Jagdpanzer is, well, I don't want to be shot by the Yag. Let's just reload here. And, let's see, the Yag got shot. Oh, we got shot again. Okay, well, I'm going to aim it on the Yag. There you have it. Nice shot, and he bounces me, which gives our Rhino the opportunity to get out some more damage. This is obviously pretty good stuff. Well, the Rhino misses the shot, which is a little unfortunate. I'm not too worried about this 113. I'm just going to poke him and aim in right. Oh, actually, we actually can't poke him. I take that back. Well, I'm just going to wait here then, and we'll see what happens. Okay, well, the 113 is showing me his hull now, and I'm just kind of hoping that we can load a heat shell. There you go. Slam it right into his tank. 531, and the Hori gets a shell out. Yeah, was that worth it? 113. Just you know, wondering, was that worth the trade? It's a great example, though, where even when I'm in a tier 9, I can out-trade my tier 10s up against us. That 113 clearly did not enjoy life, and we're doing pretty good stuff here. Hori's in the back. We also got the Grill all the way in the back. Let's aim it on that Grill. There you go. Look at that accuracy. I mean, the thing doesn't miss. It's just a laser beam. We absolutely domed that Grill. We're up to 1,500 damage already, which isn't bad, judging that this has been a pretty quick battle. The Rhino's getting shells out. We're going to back up. We're going to aim it right where the Grill was. However, that shell obviously did not end up hitting where the Grill was, because that shell didn't hit anything. Alright, well, let's move up. And the Grill does shoot my teammate again. I'm just going to chill here. And let's see if I can get some damage into that Grill. Oh, he's going to poke it. Aiming, aiming, aiming. There you go. Again, the accuracy on this tank is insane. We've already brought what was a full health Grill down to 580 health. And I don't really think there's anything he can do to us. I mean, this is just an absolute steamroll. The Kampfpanzer really is just an amazing tank. Its gun is crazy good, and I mean, sure, the armor didn't do much this game, but did it really need to? We still did plenty of damage, we still did our job, and we supported our team the whole way through. So, 2,800 damage, and I would expect that to be at least somewhat decent on the team. Yeah, there you go, right up there next to the Rhino. The Rhino was great help dealing with that Jagdpanzer. He was able to help me bleed him out. And the Hori was also pretty good help. He didn't do too much, but he stopped that 113 from playing aggressive, taught him a lesson. And, yeah, I mean, I just love the Kampfpanzer. I really do. I do pretty well in it. We can see my stats, 92%, 3,600 average damage for 12 games. I mean, it's not a crazy amount of games played, but I think that it does showcase a bit of what this tank is capable of. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.